You walk into a room and the temperature drops, not because you're cruel, not because you're loud, but because your presence alone makes people question if they're enough. That's not arrogance, that's mastery. And today, I'm going to show you how to become so cold, so unreachable, that people will doubt their own worth just standing next to you. This isn't about being liked. This is about being feared in the most elegant way possible. Machiavelli understood something most men will never grasp. Power isn't taken. It's felt. It's in the way you move, the way you speak, the way you make others feel small without ever saying they are. He knew that the greatest rulers didn't win through force alone. They won through presence, through calculated coldness, through making everyone around them wonder if they measured up. And here's the truth they don't want you to know. Warmth is weakness. Every time you try to make someone comfortable, you're giving away your power. Every time you seek approval, you're handing them the knife. Every time you explain yourself, you're admitting you need their validation. Stop. Today, you learn the dark lesson. The one Machiavelli lived but never fully wrote down. The one that separates the powerful from the powerless. The untouchable from the desperate. By the end of this, you'll understand how to make people doubt themselves in your presence. How to command respect without demanding it. How to become so cold, so controlled, so unreachable that they'll question their own value just standing next to you. This is Machiavelli's psyche. This is where boys become men and men become forces of nature. Stay with me, because what comes next will change everything. Part 1. The illusion of warmth is weakness. Listen carefully. The world rewards warmth with exploitation. Every smile you give freely, every reassurance you offer, every moment you try to make someone comfortable, you're teaching them you're available, and availability is the enemy of power. Think about it. The people who are always there, always understanding, always warm, where are they? At the bottom, being used, being taken for granted, being walked over by people who learned that kindness means weakness. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. He knew that the prince who seeks to be loved will always be at the mercy of others' emotions. But the prince who is respected, feared even, controls the room without saying a word. You don't need to be cruel. You need to be cold. Cold doesn't mean heartless. It means calculated. It means you don't give your energy to everyone who asks. It means you don't explain yourself to people who haven't earned your words. It means you create distance. Intentional, powerful distance that makes people work to reach you. And here's what happens when you do this. They start to doubt themselves. When you're not rushing to fill the silence, they wonder what you're thinking. When you're not seeking their approval, they start seeking yours. When you're not trying to make them comfortable, they start trying to impress you. This is the shift. This is the moment you stop being a participant in their game and become the one who sets the rules. Warmth makes you predictable. Coldness makes you magnetic. People are drawn to what they can't fully understand. They're obsessed with what they can't control. And when you stop being the warm, available, eager-to-please version of yourself, you become the mystery they can't solve. Machiavelli wrote that it's better to be feared than loved because love is fickle. People love you when it's convenient, but fear, respect, that's constant, that's power. And the coldness I'm talking about isn't about being an asshole. It's about being selective. It's about understanding that your time, your energy, your presence, these are currencies, and you don't hand out currency to everyone who walks by. You make them earn it. When someone realizes they have to work for your attention, your approval, your time, they start to value it. And when they value it, they start to question their own worth in relation to you. Am I good enough for this person's time? Do I measure up? What do I need to do to get closer? That's the power of coldness. That's the dark lesson. Stop trying to warm the room. Let them shiver. Let them wonder. Let them doubt themselves while you remain unmoved, unbothered, untouchable. Comment, I am unreachable, if you're ready to embrace this truth. Because what comes next will show you exactly how to weaponize your presence. Part 2. Silence is your sharpest weapon. Most people talk to fill the void. They explain, they justify, they seek validation. You say nothing. Silence creates a vacuum, and humans are terrified of vacuums. They'll rush to fill it with their insecurities, their confessions, their desperate attempts to win your approval. And while they're scrambling, you're observing, learning, controlling. Machiavelli wrote that it's better to be feared than loved. But what he didn't say is that silence is how you cultivate that fear without lifting a finger. When you speak less, your words carry weight. When you withhold your thoughts, people obsess over what you're thinking. They project their fears onto your silence. They assume you're judging them, evaluating them, finding them lacking. And the beautiful part, you don't have to do anything. Their own minds do the work for you. This is dark psychology at its finest. You're not attacking them. You're not insulting them. You're simply not giving them the comfort of knowing where they stand. And that uncertainty? That's what breaks them down. Think about the last time someone gave you the silent treatment. Not out of anger, but out of indifference. How did it make you feel? You probably started questioning yourself. What did I do? What are they thinking? Do they even respect me? That's the power you're learning to wield. But here's the key. Your silence must come from a place of strength, not weakness. Weak men go silent because they're afraid to speak. Strong men go silent because they choose to. There's a difference, and people can feel it. When you're silent out of confidence, out of control, out of the understanding that your words are valuable and shouldn't be wasted, that's when people start to feel small around you. They'll talk more to compensate for your silence. They'll reveal things they shouldn't. They'll try harder to impress you. They'll seek your validation like addicts seeking their next fix. And you remain unmoved, observing, calculating, deciding who's worth your words and who isn't. Machiavelli knew that the most dangerous man in the room isn't the loudest. It's the quietest, the one watching, the one who speaks only when it matters, the one whose single sentence can shift the entire energy. That's you now. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your decisions. Stop filling every silence with nervous chatter. Let the silence hang there. Let it make them uncomfortable. Let them squirm while you remain perfectly at ease. Because here's what they don't understand. Silence isn't empty. It's full of power, full of judgment, full of the unspoken truth that you're evaluating whether they're even worth your time. And when people feel like they're being evaluated, they start to doubt themselves. They start to wonder if they measure up. They start to feel small. Comment, silence is power, if you understand this lesson, because the next part reveals how to use your eyes to dominate without saying a word. Part 3. The gaze that cuts through souls. Your eyes are weapons, and most men don't know how to use them. Machiavelli wrote about the importance of appearing strong even when you're not. But the gaze doesn't require appearance. It is strength. It's the physical manifestation of your internal power. Practice this. When you're in conversation, hold eye contact longer than feels comfortable. Don't fill the space with words. Don't soften it with expressions. Just be there, fully, intensely, unmoved. Watch what happens. Watch how people start to fidget, how they start to over-explain, how they start seeking your approval through longer explanations, through jokes, through anything that might make you react. But you don't react. You just observe. You just evaluate. You just exist in your power while they scramble in their doubt. This is how you make people feel small without ever saying they are. This is how you dominate a room without raising your voice. Comment, I see through them, if you're ready to master this. Because next, I'm going to show you how to make your absence more powerful than your presence. Part 4. Absence as dominance. Here's a truth that will change your life. Your absence is more powerful than your presence. Most men think they need to be everywhere, always available, always responding, always showing up. They think that's how you build value, that's how you stay relevant. They're wrong. Machiavelli understood that scarcity creates value. When you're always there, you become furniture, expected, taken for granted, invisible. But when you disappear, strategically, intentionally, you become the only thing they can think about. This is the dark art of withdrawal. When you're always available, People stop appreciating your presence. They stop wondering about you. They stop valuing your time. Because why would they? You've taught them that you'll always be there, waiting, ready to give them your energy whenever they demand it. But when you pull back, when you become unavailable, when you stop responding immediately, stop showing up to every event, stop being the reliable constant they've grown comfortable with, that's when the doubt creeps in. Where is he? What's he doing? Why isn't he responding? Did I do something wrong? Is he with someone more important? Does he not value me anymore? See what's happening? Your absence is making them question their worth. Not yours, theirs. This is the reversal of power. This is how you stop chasing and start being chased. And here's the key. Your absence must be intentional, not reactive. You're not disappearing because you're hurt or angry. You're disappearing because you have better things to do, because your time is valuable, because you're building something they can't see. Weak men disappear to punish. Strong men disappear to build. When people know you're out there doing something important, something they're not part of, it drives them insane. They start to feel left out, left behind, less significant. And that feeling, that's what makes them doubt their position in your world. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must know when to be present and when to withdraw. He understood that constant visibility breeds contempt, but strategic absence breeds obsession. Think about it. The people you think about most, are they the ones always in your face? Or are they the ones who come and go like ghosts, leaving you wondering when you'll see them again? That's the power you're learning to harness. Stop being available. Stop responding within minutes. Stop showing up to everything. Start creating gaps. Start building mystery. Start making people earn your presence by proving they deserve it. And watch what happens. Watch how they start reaching out more, how they start trying harder, how they start questioning what they need to do to get back into your orbit. Your absence becomes the space where their insecurities grow. And those insecurities? They make you more powerful than any words ever could. Comment "My absence is my power" if this resonates with you. Because what comes next will teach you how to respond in ways that keep them always guessing, always doubting, always chasing. Part 5. The art of the calculated response. When you finally do respond, it must be calculated. Every word, every pause, every reaction. Because here's what most men don't understand. How you respond determines how much power you keep. React too quickly, you seem desperate. Too eager, like you were sitting there waiting for them. React too warmly, you give away your position. You show your cards, you let them know they matter to you. And the moment someone knows they matter to you, they have leverage. Machiavelli knew this. He understood that the prince who shows his hand loses the game. The prince who remains unpredictable, who keeps people guessing, who responds in ways that create more questions than answers. That's the prince who maintains control. So here's how you do it. When someone reaches out, you wait. Not out of spite, out of strategy. You let time pass. You let them wonder. You let their message sit there, unanswered, while their mind creates 1,000 scenarios about why you haven't responded. And when you finally do respond, you keep it brief, controlled, neutral, no exclamation points, no excessive enthusiasm, no long explanations about where you've been or what you've been doing. Just a simple, direct response that gives them nothing to hold on to. Busy, what's up? Got it. We'll see. 3 words, 4 words, maximum. Each one carefully chosen to maintain distance while acknowledging their existence. This does something psychological. It makes them feel like they're not quite reaching you, like there's a wall between you and them that they can't break through. And that wall, it makes them try harder. They'll send longer messages trying to get more from you. They'll ask more questions. They'll try to engage you in deeper conversation. And each time, you give them just enough to keep them hooked, but never enough to satisfy them. This is the dark psychology of intermittent reinforcement. Sometimes you respond quickly, sometimes you don't respond at all. Sometimes you're warm, sometimes you're cold. The unpredictability keeps them addicted to the interaction because they never know which version of you they're going to get. And in that uncertainty, they start to doubt themselves. What did I say wrong? Why is he being short with me? How do I get him to open up? What do I need to do differently? See the pattern. Your calculated responses are making them question themselves. Machiavelli wrote that it's wise to seem accessible while remaining unreachable. And your responses are how you execute this. You respond enough to show you're not ignoring them, but you respond in ways that maintain the distance, the mystery, the power dynamic. Never give them the satisfaction of knowing they've affected you. Never let them see you're invested. Never respond in ways that make you seem available or eager. Stay cold. Stay calculated. Stay in control. Comment, I control the narrative if you're mastering this, because next I'm going to reveal how to make your emotions invisible and why that makes you untouchable. Part 6. Emotional invisibility, the untouchable state. The moment someone sees your emotions, they own you. They know what makes you angry, what makes you happy, what makes you weak. And once they know that, they can manipulate you. They can push your buttons. They can control your reactions. This is why emotional invisibility is the ultimate power move. Machiavelli understood that the greatest rulers never revealed their true feelings. They wore masks. They performed. They showed people what was useful to show, not what was true, because truth is vulnerability, and vulnerability is a weapon in someone else's hands. You need to become emotionally unreadable. When someone insults you, you don't react. When someone praises you, you don't light up. When someone tries to provoke you, you remain unmoved, like stone, like ice, like a force of nature that doesn't bend to human emotion. This doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you don't show. There's a difference between being emotionless and being emotionally controlled. Emotionless men are psychopaths. Emotionally controlled men are powerful. You feel everything. You process everything, but you reveal nothing. And here's what happens when you master this. People can't figure you out. They can't predict you. They can't manipulate you because they don't know what affects you. They'll try. Oh, they'll try. They'll throw insults to see if you flinch. They'll offer compliments to see if you soften. They'll create drama to see if you engage. And every single time, you give them nothing. Just that cold, calm, analytical stare. Just that slight nod. Just that controlled, measured response that reveals absolutely nothing about what's happening inside you. This drives people insane because humans are wired to read emotions. We look for facial cues, body language, tone of voice, anything that tells us what someone is feeling so we can adjust our approach. But when you give them nothing, when your face remains neutral, your voice remains steady, your body remains relaxed no matter what's happening, they start to panic internally. Is he angry? Is he impressed? Does he even care? What is he thinking? And in that confusion, they lose their power. They can't manipulate what they can't read. They can't control what they can't predict. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must be a great pretender and dissembler. He must show one thing while feeling another. He must master the art of the mask. This is your mask, emotional invisibility. Practice this in every interaction. When something bothers you, don't show it. When something excites you, don't reveal it. When someone tries to get a reaction, give them stone. Let them wonder, let them guess, let them doubt whether anything they do actually affects you. Because the truth is, you're not emotionless, you're strategic. You're not cold because you don't feel. You're cold because you choose to be. And that choice, that's what makes you untouchable. When people can't hurt you, can't flatter you, can't move you, they start to feel powerless around you. And that powerlessness makes them doubt their own worth. Comment, I am unreadable, if you're committed to this path, because next, I'll show you how to use strategic indifference to make them crave your validation. Part 7. Strategic indifference, making them crave your validation. Here's a psychological truth that will make you dangerous. People obsess over those who don't care about them, not those who hate them, not those who love them, those who are indifferent. Because indifference is the ultimate rejection. It says, you don't even register on my radar. You're not important enough to love or hate. You simply don't matter. And that destroys people. Machiavelli understood that the worst punishment isn't cruelty, it's irrelevance. When you make someone feel irrelevant, They'll do anything to prove they're not. They'll chase, they'll perform, they'll degrade themselves just to get a reaction from you. This is strategic indifference, and it's the most powerful tool in your arsenal. Here's how it works. You don't ignore people completely. That's just avoidance. Instead, you acknowledge them just enough to let them know you see them, but you don't care. Someone tells you about their achievement. Cool. No follow-up questions, no enthusiasm, just acknowledgement and nothing more. Someone tries to impress you. Interesting. Then you change the subject or check your phone. Someone seeks your approval. You give them a slight nod. Maybe, if they're lucky. You're not being rude. You're not being mean. You're just unbothered, unimpressed, unmoved by their attempts to matter to you. And this creates a psychological trap, because humans are validation-seeking creatures. We're wired to want approval, especially from those we perceive as high value. And when we don't get it, we try harder. They'll start doing more, saying more, offering more, all to get that one moment where you actually seem to care, where you actually validate them, where you actually make them feel like they matter to you, but you don't give it to them. Or if you do, you give it so rarely, so unpredictably, that it becomes the most valuable thing in their world. This is intermittent reinforcement again, the same principle that makes gambling addictive. Sometimes they get the validation, most times they don't. And that uncertainty keeps them hooked, keeps them trying, keeps them doubting whether they're good enough for your attention. Machiavelli wrote that it's better to be feared than loved, but I'll add this: it's better to be indifferent than either. Because fear and love both require investment. Indifference requires nothing, and that nothing is what makes people feel small. Stop caring so much. Stop being impressed so easily. Stop validating everyone who crosses your path. Save your approval for the rare few who actually earn it, and watch how everyone else scrambles to become one of those few. Comment: indifference is dominance. If you feel this power. Because next, I'm teaching you how to set boundaries that make people fear crossing you. Part 8. Boundaries like iron walls. Weak men have no boundaries. They let people walk over them, disrespect them, waste their time, and they smile through it all because they're afraid of conflict. You're not weak anymore. Boundaries aren't suggestions, they're not requests, they're laws. And when someone crosses them, there are consequences. Immediate, cold, final. Machiavelli wrote that cruelty, used well, is better than mercy used poorly. He understood that sometimes you must be ruthless to maintain order, to maintain respect, to maintain power. Your boundaries are where you demonstrate this ruthlessness. Here's the principle. You set the line once, clearly, calmly, without emotion. And if someone crosses it, you don't warn them again. You don't explain again. You simply remove them, cut them off, stop responding, end the relationship. Whatever the boundary was, the consequence is distance, permanent distance. This does something powerful. It shows everyone watching that you're not someone who makes empty threats. You're not someone who tolerates disrespect. You're not someone who values connection over self-respect. And when people see this, when they see you cut someone off without hesitation, without guilt, without looking back, they become very, very careful around you. They start to fear crossing your boundaries because they've seen what happens to those who do. They disappear from your life like they never existed. No second chances, no negotiations, just gone. This is how you make people doubt their worth around you, because they're constantly aware that one wrong move, one boundary crossed, and they could be next. They could be the one you erase from your world without a second thought. And that fear, it keeps them in line. It keeps them respectful. It keeps them working to stay in your good graces. But here's the key. Your boundaries must be reasonable and consistent. You're not setting impossible standards just to cut people off. You're setting clear, fair boundaries that protect your time, energy, and respect. And you're enforcing them without exception. Don't disrespect me. Don't waste my time. Don't lie to me. Don't take me for granted. Simple, clear, non-negotiable. Machiavelli understood that a prince must be both loved and feared. But if he cannot be both, fear is more reliable. And nothing creates fear like watching someone enforce their boundaries without hesitation. Most men are afraid to set boundaries because they're afraid of losing people. But here's the truth. People who can't respect your boundaries aren't worth keeping. And the ones who are worth keeping, they respect you more for having them. Your boundaries are the walls of your kingdom. And kingdoms without walls get invaded, pillaged, destroyed. So build your walls. Make them iron. Make them unmovable. And when someone tries to breach them, show them exactly what happens to invaders. No mercy, no second chances, just cold, calculated removal. This is how you become untouchable. This is how people understand that access to you is a privilege, not a right. Comment my boundaries are law if you're ready to enforce this. Because next, I'm revealing the final lesson, how to make your standards so high they feel inadequate just trying to reach them. Part 9, the spans so high they feel inadequate. The final lesson is this: your standards are what separate you from everyone else. Most men have no standards. They accept mediocrity. They tolerate weakness. They celebrate participation. They lower the bar so everyone can reach it, and then they wonder why they're surrounded by people who bring nothing to the table. You're different. Your standards are unreasonable, impossibly high, so elevated that most people can't even see the bar, let alone reach it. And that's exactly the point. Machiavelli understood that great men don't adjust to the world, yet make the world adjust to them. They set the standard. They define excellence, and everyone either rises to meet it or gets left behind. This is say you do people doubt their worth road you. Not by telling them they're not good enough, but by being so exceptional, so disciplined, so uncompromising in your own standards that they feel inadequate just standing next to you. You don't accept excuses. You don't tolerate laziness. You don't celebrate good enough. You demand excellence from yourself, and by extension, you expect it from everyone in your orbit. When someone shows up late, you don't get angry. You just make a mental note. They're serious. When someone makes excuses, you don't argue. You just disengage. They are accountable. When someone delivers mediocre work, you don't complain. You just stop relying on them. They're valuable. No drama, no lectures, just cold, calculated assessment and adjustment. And ends what happens. People start to feel the weight of your standards. They start to realize that being in your world requires more than they're currently giving. They start to question if they're good enough, smart enough, disciplined enough, worthy enough. And most of them aren't. And that's okay, because you'll build an army of mediocrity. You'll build a circle of excellence. And excellence is rare. Machiavelli wrote that a prince should surround himself only with those who tell him the truth and serve him well. Everyone else is dead weight, and dead weight gets cut. Your high standards do the cutting for you. They filter out the weak, the lazy, the excuse makers, the mediocre. They create a natural selection where only the strong, the disciplined, the exceptional remain. And those who do remain, they respect you. They fear disappointing you. They work harder to maintain their position in your world because they know how easily it can be taken away. This is the ultimate power proof. You don't chase excellence in others. You embody it so completely that excellence is the only thing that can survive in your presence. They're a pair. Your discipline becomes their mirror. Your standards become their measuring stick. Your life becomes the benchmark they can't reach but desperately want to. Stop lowering your standards to make others comfortable. Stop accepting less than excellence. Stop tolerating mediocrity in any form. To raise the bar so high that people feel small just looking at it, and then raise it higher. Because the cold truth is this: most people will never reach your level, and that's not your problem. That's theirs. Comment excellence is my standard if you committed to this life. Now let me bring this all together with the final truth you need to hear. In part 10, the final truth, you are the storm. So we are the end, but all the beginning. You've learned the dark lesson, the one Machiavelli lived but never fully wrote, the one that separates the powerful from the powerless. You are no longer the man who seeks warmth and approval. You are the cold, the silence, the unmoved force that makes others question everything about themselves. You don't need to be cruel. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You simply exist at a level most people will never reach. And that existence alone, that disciplined, controlled, untouchable presence, is what makes them feel small. This isn't about ego. This isn't about arrogance. This is about power. Real power. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself, because everyone can feel it the moment you enter the room. And Ray, you are the storm they didn't see coming. The force they can't control. The standard they can't meet. And when they're around you, they feel it. That cold realization that they're not enough, that they need to be better, that they're in the presence of something they don't fully understand but deeply respect. This is Machiavelli dark lesson. This is what it means to be untouchable. So go now. Walk into the world with this knowledge. Let your presence drop the temperature. Let your silence speak volumes. Let your standards tower above everyone else's. Sure, be so cold they doubt their worth around you. Not because you're cruel, but because you're powerful. And power, real power, doesn't need permission. Comment "I am the storm" right now. Claim it, own it, become it. Edit this video opened your eyes to the truth. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Machiavelli Psyche. Turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your transformation. Now go and make them shiver.